Welcome, 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 and grand rising to all of you. This is Akai coming to you once again, guys. You know, um, you know, Today's video is very, very important. And don't get me wrong, every time I get up and I make a decision to make a video to put out to you, it's very, very important to me when I do that. Today's video is a little bit more important because I'm getting into more information about myself. And a lot of people on YouTube or any other platform don't necessarily um, get into specific detail. I want to talk about the fact that I used to be an alcoholic. Okay? Alcoholism is a disease. It's something that I'm not ashamed of. It's something that I'm proud that I was able to conquer because everyone is not successful in that. You have people that are actually in treatment because of alcoholism, and I was never in treatment. Okay, but let's start from the beginning. From the very beginning, um, even when I was real young, uh, alcohol was not really a big deal. I would have a drink or something like that. Maybe if I was going out or something like that. If I had a lady that I wanted to step out with or something like that, and we wanted to have a drink with dinner or something like that. Or back when I was in college, of course, I drank with my fraternity brothers and stuff like that when I was in college and undergrad and everything, and I partied and all that stuff and blah 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 blah, as all of you probably did when you were much younger or whatever. Some of you might be younger right now and involved in that right now, and that's fine, that's cool. But here's the deal: is that when I hit 30, that was, and like I said, I'm in my mid 50s right now. You know, uh, when I, when I hit 30, I started going through a divorce. That year was a rough year. My grandmother died. Okay, so we're talking about back in 2000, 2001. So we're talking about my grandmother died. I started going through a divorce. My father died. Okay, my father died at just 62 from a heart attack. Okay, he had an enlarged heart and advanced heart disease. He died that year. So that year was a rough year, and I was working on my master's degree at Wayne State University in Michigan. So, and working full time. I was working full time for the government at the time. I had a lot going on during that time, and I felt that alcohol was really the only thing that I had. Alcohol, and just keeping it real, alcohol and women. That's all that was on my mind at the time because I was working full time, trying to go to graduate school, going through a divorce. My daughter at the time was just 3 years old. So I was going through a lot, trying to deal with my mom because she was hurting from my father passing away as well, and it was just a lot that was going on. So I decided, well, the bottle is a thing. And I remember I ran into one of my brothers that I grew up with. He was a good friend at the time, and I told him, I said, my father died. And he said, he was like, well, your dad wouldn't want you to be a punk and just keep drinking. And I was like, yeah, okay. And I kept drinking and drinking. There were times that I drank before I went to work. There were times that I took a small bottle to work and drank on the job and then brushed my teeth. There were so many times that I drank. There were times that I drank, came home and drank and just passed out because, excuse me, until I passed out. Even if I was in a relationship with a woman, I just drank and just passed out because I was that messed up. But then I noticed that it started affecting my body feet start tingling, that's dealing with diabetes. You can mess up and get yourself into a predicament where all of a sudden your body starts shutting down. My blood pressure start going up. Thinking about it, you're drinking alcohol, liquor, and beer every single day. Okay? And it started affecting me on the job too, because there were times that I was doing contract work and I was supposed to be there, but I was too drunk. I was too hung over from the night before. So, I mean, alcoholism, believe me, it's a lot different. Just like when I talked to guys, when I ran alcoholism groups, and the first thing that they want to know is, well, are you an alcoholic or have you been an alcoholic? Why do they want to know that? It's because they want to know if you're going through the same thing that they're going through, or have you at least been through the same thing. I don't know if any of you have really dealt with alcohol and understand how severe this process could be. But this wasn't about me coming up with all these statistics that you already know. This video was not so that I could teach you something. Hey, let me tell you about alcoholism. Each and every one of you that watches my videos are already aware of the dangers of alcoholism, whether you still drink or not. Just because you drink doesn't make you an alcoholic. It's when you act like you cannot stop drinking. I know what it feels like to wake up in the morning, or let's just say to wake up the next day and be hungover and then go brush my teeth and eat something and then go grab the bottle again. I know what it's like to, keep having all these racing thoughts in your head and you're grabbing that bottle because you're depressed or you're anxious because you feel like it's gonna kind of soothe you. I know what it's like to be at the job, okay, at the job, and you already thinking about what you're gonna do when you get home. Like, yeah, I'm gonna stop on the way home from the liquor store and I'm gonna go grab me some liquor. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a 6-pack and go ahead and grab me a quart of this or a quart of that or whatever. Or making sure that the weekend is full of alcohol. Alcohol must be on the menu. So one thing that I want you all to do is that if any of you experienced alcoholism, and don't get me wrong, I know y'all don't want people in your business. Me, I'm different. I really don't care. I don't care that you know this information. If anything, I hope that it helps that I disclosed it because I don't care. You see what I'm saying? So you have some people that actually care about what it is that they're disclosing online. And I don't mean like disclosing real personal information, something that could really get you in trouble, or putting your damn social security number online and say, hey, nobody, don't try to rob me. But I'm saying just the fact of letting you all know that I'm not perfect. Number one, that I don't plan on being perfect. Number two, that I do not care about being perfect. Number three, and that I will never be perfect. Number four. And number five, I'm here for you. I'm not just here for myself, I'm here for you. So sharing a little bit more about me is great. And I'm sure some of you have wondered, why does he always have cats? Use a cat Mimi. Because I love cats. I feed the cats in my neighborhood. I am a cat guy. You got some people say, oh, I'm a dog guy. I love dogs. Well, me, I think dogs are okay. I don't have anything against dogs, but I prefer cats. Cats is just, that's just my thing. Even in Egypt, people don't realize if you killed a cat, they would kill you. Cats, if you look throughout history, cats are very, very important, and they're painted on walls and temples and stuff for a reason. Mm-hmm. That's right. Just like you got the Egyptian goddess Bastet, the goddess over cats. So, I love cats. I'm a cat guy. I got about 5 cats that live in my garage. I used to have a couple of cats that lived in the house with me. And so what I did is I have like about 5 cats that live in my garage. And then I have other stray cats throughout the neighborhood. They all know that Akai is going to put out the food for them. I put out a big old thing this big of food and water every single day. Change the water when food and other dirt and stuff and debris gets in there. I change the water and everything. But I love them. I mean, that's kind of like therapy for me, you know, uh, interacting with the cats, picking them up, petting them and stuff like that. I love cats, and the cats love me back. But anyway, I hope that you all like this video. Definitely give it a like, thumbs up. Definitely subscribe if you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed. Definitely subscribe to my video. I definitely put time and effort into these videos and getting these videos out to you as quickly as possible. I have a lot that's going on, but I'm still making sure that I make at least a few videos per week and everything. So I want you all to have a wonderful day, a beautiful grand rising. I want you to enjoy your Saturday. Much love to you all. Okay? And please be active and put comments in the comment section because I want to hear from you. I enjoy reading your responses and what you have to say. And I definitely want to acknowledge that I've read them. Okay? So much love to you all. Until next time. Akai out.